Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Once again, I'm Ned from Nev's Tech Bits, otherwise known as your friendly neighborhood basement dweller. Don't worry, ma'am, I am from the internet. Today we're checking out Popular Mechanics 1977 from a time before me. Let's open her up and have ourselves a wicked good time. Yeehaw! We got ourselves some of this nice clay paper that reflects very lovely. And wife is very impressed about the wood. How to convince your wife that sawdust isn't dirt. Geez, these days, I wonder how. Oh my goodness, I can put all my LGBTQ paraphernalia in here. Could you imagine in the 70s? Of course there'd be one or two. I'm not casting shade, but seriously. Oh, I could really use one of these in the garage. I could really use the space to have one of these, though, seriously. That guy looks far too cool to be anywhere near that kind of a motor. He looks far too clean. I don't know. It looks like I don't think that guy's ever touched a motor before. He's looking out over the way. But Christ, that is a giant motor. I love it. I'm in love. Old school info. How to make cotton candy on a floss machine, on a candy floss machine. Oh hell, I flipped the page and he's trying to assure me, no, Nevin, I know how to use these. In fact, I have many of them. That means I know a lot about them. You ever hear those guys that buy a bunch of Corvettes, they just leave them in their garage and they don't do anything with them? Check out the field telescope on the top left. It looks like a cannon and I want one because I think it would upset my neighbor. Seriously, how would you look into that? I don't care, I want one. There's formats of advertising in magazines that we just don't have or can't appreciate in the future. Today we have pop-ups and things like that, but an advertisement with a piece of art on it is, and information is something to behold. Look at the size of that boat. You'd have so much room to snuggle up with your girl in there and go on vacations. Yeah, but still, lots on gas. Yep, that's right. Have these cigarettes and something about a watch and sitting in a really precarious situation. Manly. That's right. You see, as men, after we come out of church on Sunday, we have one of these smokes and we are instantly teleported to a part of heaven that God promised us exclusively. If I am to believe the advertisements anyways. How to get yourself in a lot of trouble in 2025 for $10. Of course, this would be completely reasonable back in the day. Okay, legitimately, going through these Popular Mechanics magazines, I feel really vindicated for just wanting to be different in certain ways. Oh, sorry, the nail polish. My daughter wanted me to do the nails. Didn't she do a lovely job? She's about 8 years old. I mean, a kid says, hey, Dad, can I do your nails? You can't say no. But, like, I wouldn't do this on my own. I am a little bit different. But for example, it felt like you could be a little more different back in the day. And people were a little more accepting about being different. But if you were different, then they would nail you to the wall. Like, let's face it, back in the day, if I was making these things with this on, they'd probably send me to an asylum to hang out with Michael Jackson. It's funny and interesting. Every time I see one of these, I think kind of, ugh, in 70s. And I can smell the mouse urine in it and the dead, because yeah, we've seen them. They're only supposed to last so long, right? I'm sure when they were made, they were a real marvel, and man, it'd be nice to get around with the family. Yeah, that's right. Here we go. Like, definitely the cool cigarettes. Yeah, come out of church on Sunday. The Roman Catholics and the Protestants. Yeah, the real divide was about what kind of cigarettes we'd be smoking. There's so many cigarettes and alcohol advertisements in here. Anyways, the Protestants had their cool cigarettes. They'd pop out of church and blam, they were more about the waterfalls and stuff. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting carried away. I feel like we've lost something. With this particular advertisement. This is something remarkable within society. So ICS Learn, you have the ability, you've always had the ability to go through ICS Learn to take online courses, but you could get these Heath kits that they would send you. I hope I'm saying that right. Heath kits. Anyways, they would send you bits and you would do projects. You would figure out how to do repair at the incremental level, at the board level. That's something that we don't do anymore. We just don't frickin' do that anymore. What's up with that? So slides were supposed to be so cool, but they ended up being something that would put you to sleep generally. I'm kind of regretting the nails now, but here we go. I mean, it's my daughter. I love her, right? I know you guys will be okay with it. I kind of wonder why people aren't advertising these more these days, now that we're in the middle of our housing crisis. Now, I remember in high school, I had the dream to live in an RV and work at the place that made Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I'd save so much money, and I need all the Ninja Turtles. Right? Anyways, these days, living in a van down by the river is something that even graduates have to face these days. And this kind of compact thing would be wonderful. I mean, it wouldn't be really good for stealth operations, right? And you all know I always love the retro futurism, especially when they get into the what's up close. I guess we're going for brakes and suspension here. Oh, frick, check that out. Nice. Extra wheels. It's... am I allowed to say the name? I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say the name. I'm just going to say Bruce Jenner. And now goes as Caitlyn Jenner, right? There's a bit of pretty in that face. Yeah, I can see some pretty in that face. Oh, frick, yeah, this is what real men do. Make their own workbench. I tell you what, Bobby, nobody builds anything anymore. Oh, I love the 75 years popular mechanics. Let's take a look in... That's November. Rapid transit for everyone. Ah, I wonder if that's electric too. Okay, so that was one of the first motorbikes. And it looks like you had to buy these yearly. There was a subscription. And down here, oh man, we even had the retro futurism. Oh, wow. Oh man, look at that woman flying over there. Okay, that is really cool. That is really cool. I love how they make it seem here like, oh yeah, you can have do you have a fireplace in there? A sleeping porch, a gas stove. Okay, it's a gas stove. A water tank. Man, I love it. The new sleigh automobile and that thing that Superman fought in that old video. I really wish life gave me an opportunity to drive around in one of these. I wish that someone in my family would have had access to a dock and something like this that we can fart around in. Sometimes all that it takes to get into something cool is just having someone that really knows something about it. Like, sometimes I'll get into the strangest things just because other people are into it, like football or WWF. I don't care what it's called these days. I'll always call it WWF. Oh my goodness, Steffler's mom, you have got it going on. Seriously, she looks like a young woman and a mother and very braless. Man, I could put my face between... Gary, I'm really uncomfortable with the way that you're looking at me there with those Winston cigarettes. You're giving me some really strange energy there, Gary. That's it from me, folks. Nav from Nev's Tech Bits, Popular Mechanics, 1977. Spread the love, spread the love.